Hey, what is up? My name is Chris, and today I'm going to share with you the wheel of giving an F. Okay, because so often when I talk to people or they join a program or I'm on the phone with them talking about what they're struggling with, where they're at, what they're trying to do, their focus is not only not on the right spot, but it's always at the extremity of the wheel. And so in today's video, I'm hoping I can give you some sort of maybe a methodology, maybe something you could look at and say like, okay, cool, I'm here in this realm of my space. The next thing I need to start caring about is this ring. And once that ring is full and you're able to do those things effectively, then we go to the outside ring. But so often the shiny objects are on the outside, like you'll see in a lot of these things that you might even be caring about as well. And so my mission today is hopefully be able to get you through, hopefully show you that some of these things you're caring about might not be caring about it, might not need to care about them today because we're not caring about one of the essential building blocks that even make this ring up in the first place. Okay, so with all that being said, before we get into that, my name is Chris. I'm an online fitness expert, and I've been in the space for the last decade, helping people lose weight and keep it off long term without having to give up all the foods they love. Okay. The reason I'm able to do that is because we use the Trailblazer method, which includes fitness, nutrition, and mindset coaching at the same time. Unlike any other program out there, we do things that are different, that are highly unconventional, but we get unconventional results as well, so it's kind of par for the course. With that being said, let's dive into each of these things. Now, to have proper transformation, like I alluded to, you got to have fitness, nutrition, and mindset at the same time. If you pick one piece over another one, you will never be able to keep weight off long term. Promise, pinky promise. I ran a gym for 7 years where we heavily focused on fitness, and what happened was we beat the dog crap out of people, and what happened? They gained all the weight back. Okay, because they didn't care about the other spaces. So with that being said, here's where you need to start, okay, with all of these. We're going to go over each. We're going to start with all of them, and then we're going to go out to each ring and each ring. So make sure you follow along with me. If you need to pause and go back to make sure that we're all kept on track, please do that. For fitness, this is exercise. This is not walking. This is actual exercise. The question is, before caring about anything else, are you doing something? Yes or no? Are you going to the gym and doing something? Are you actually walking in the door, going to some machines, and fiddle farting around a little bit? If the answer is yes, cool. You're not qualified to move to the next realm, okay? Or the next little ring. Mindset. Are you giving yourself space from stimulus? Meaning when you have an action or you have a reaction, is there time for an action? Or are you really, really quick to act? If the answer is no, then cool. You need to work on creating space from the stimulus in you. Meaning, if you have an impulse, if you have a gut reaction, emotionally charged to something, you need to work on creating some space. How can you do that? Many ways. Go for a walk, listen to something you enjoy, do breathing techniques. There's many different ways for you to go, oops, somebody made me upset. Something is bothering me in good or bad. I need to hang out for a second. How long is that time? As long as you need. As long as you need. It shouldn't take long, minute, 2 minutes, maybe. But if somebody's making you upset or does something interesting, what you want to do is not react, because when you react, you're not in your right space. And so that's going to lead us down this roller coaster of mindset problems. We don't want that. Okay, so that's number one, create some space. Nutrition. Are you tracking your food? Are you even aware of what you're eating? If you're not aware of what you're eating, do not even go beyond any of the other things down below. You can see where it says calories and protein. Don't even worry about that, because you don't even know where you're at right now. You don't even know where you're at. So the first step to nutrition is tracking your food. How are you tracking it? I don't know. I prefer macros, but you could use it many different ways. You can use the hand method. You can use taking pictures. You could have a plate that you fill up in each of the little amounts based on the little plate system, whatever. They all work to some degree. So pick one and do that. Okay, and if you need to adjust, you can always adjust. That's the beauty of this, is that you're able to mold and mix, because you're going to find that as you go out in the outer rings, you're going to have to mold and mix too. Sweet, let's dive into it. Next one, let's go over to fitness. Fitness, do you enjoy it? Is it something fun? Because with fitness, you're going to be doing this for the extent of your life. If you plan on having a healthy body, being fit, if you plan on those things, you're going to have to find a way to enjoy it. So do you enjoy what you're doing? Maybe you're doing I don't know, boot camp, and you're doing boot camp because you're burning a lot of calories and it's getting you results, but you don't like it. It means you're a slave to your fitness. I don't like that. So maybe you try something else. No problem. Try something else. Maybe boot camp's not your thing. Maybe you need more of a athletic sort of space and CrossFit's more of your game. Or maybe you don't like either of those. You don't like to compete or don't feel like you're competitive, but you know you need to exercise and lift some weights. Maybe you just do strength training. Maybe you hire a personal trainer. Maybe you follow a fitness regimen, okay? Overload, meaning, is what you're doing challenging? Is it making your muscles work? You can go to the gym all you want, but if you pick up 5-pound dumbbells and do bench press, side raises, and bicep curls with them, it's very unlikely that all of those things are causing the overload principle, meaning the weight is challenging and you're continuing to challenge your body. It's probably not what's happening. Okay. Then lastly, modality. This is picking the thing that is going to get you somewhat the result that you want. So are you looking for strength? Are you looking for fitness, like overall fitness? Are you looking for better cardiovascular health? Are you looking for hypertrophy? Are you trying to get more conditioned? Are you preparing for a race? Are you doing a Spartan? Are you whatever? Okay, modality. I thought I wrote modalization. I'm like, that's not the word. But the modality is important so that you get to pick kind of the lane you want to get in. Next was mindset. Meditation. Huge. Maybe even part of building space is doing meditation, but meditation consistently, daily. 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes of meditation daily. Huge. Okay. And this is before you start working at anything else. Okay. Because these things here, if you're going to notice, the next ring solves 99% of problems, which is the reason why we don't want to focus on all the fancy, shiny stuff, because they're not going to they solve 1% of problems, not 99. But it's sexy and it's cool, okay? Next one, environment. This is your brain environment and your literal environment. If you have people around you that are super negative, it doesn't matter what we're going to do, or you associate yourself with negative or bad things for you, it's not going to be helpful. Lessons. This is huge, okay? If you find that everything's happening to you instead of for you, man, this is going to be really tough, and you're going to be feeling really helpless and hopeless because the world is beating you up instead of giving you a massive education. Oh my gosh, so important. Next, polarizing. This is you forcing your body to think and feel a specific feeling. So this is like confidence. Man, I'm confident. I feel confident today. How do I feel confident? Well, I got up out of bed. I talked to somebody I didn't know, and I've been confident before, recollecting all the times I've been confident. I went up to my wife, I went up to my boyfriend, I went up whatever, and I'm like, man, you're gorgeous. I think you're great, and all the things, right? I asked for the sale. I went and did the workout. I did something that I typically wouldn't do. Look at me. I am confident. Oh my gosh, right? That sort of stuff. Next, nutrition. Calories, protein, ingredients, okay? If you just focus on hitting your calorie target that you should be hitting, okay, and to determine that's based on you and your body, okay? I can't tell you what that is here because I don't freaking know you, okay? Protein, get a certain amount of protein you need per day to maintain muscle mass and or to build muscle, depending on your fitness goal. And then ingredients. Are you eating more ingredients than products? So if you looked at your MyFitnessPal, if you look at your food pictures, are you getting stuff all from a box that are made of things like a product, like a cake or a bar or protein powder or cookies or chips or something? Or are you eating more ingredients? Cherries, watermelon, chicken breast, fish, tuna, those sort of things. If you're doing that, I would say the majority of your food, 8 out of 10 of the things, 80%, then you're in good shape. Then we can move on to the next ring. But if you're not, that's when you need to focus on that. And you see when we get out to the next ring, then it's not going to be as much of an importance for you. And how long does this take? Oh gosh, hopefully you can't see that. Okay. How long does it take for you to get to the next ring? Until it becomes you, until you become the thing that you're doing. So if you're like, I'm consistently, meaning probably 3 to 6 months of you consistently doing these things, then you can move out to the next one. Or if results stop happening and you're actually legitimately doing the thing, then you're good. But if you're not, then you probably should stay there until you are. Until, whenever that is, okay? Good thing we got one thing in its life and we can have some time, okay? Next, with fitness, volume, programming, tempo, recovery. If you're not working out a ton, you don't need to worry about recovery probably, okay? You probably need to worry about just eating foods like in nutrition. But with recovery, this is stuff like chiropractic and massage and cold plunge and infrared and ice baths and stretching routines, things like that. But if you're not working out a ton, you probably shouldn't worry about stretching routines that are going to help with your soreness, because you're probably not going to be super sore. You're probably not going to do so much damage to your body that is going to require that. Now, maybe you will. Maybe that's one of the first things that you work on when you get to the outer ring is recovery. Okay, but before then, probably not. Next is periodization. I'm not going to get into what that is, and adaptation, meaning what sort of things are you doing in your modality that is going to help you adapt to your goals. This is stuff, I'll give you a little bit. This is stuff like, are you doing, when you're writing your programming, are you doing independent movements? Are you doing dependent movements? Are you focused on, this is stuff also like drop sets and pyramids and balance and using bands and chains and things. Those sort of things. If you're not working on overload, you have no business worrying about any of the other stuff, because you're not even focusing on the thing that yields the result you're looking for. So you don't need the fancy, shiny stuff. Okay, next. Mindset stuff like release techniques, herbal medicine. I'll let your mind wander what that is. Supplements to help you get there, stuff like lion's mane and different sort of mushrooms, or CBD or THC or whatever it might be. Journaling, self-hypnotherapy, priority, these sort of things. Now, they're important. Again, all these are important. They're usable to some degree in whatever realm that you want. But if you're not doing the basic stuff, this stuff is only going to help you get 1% of the way. So cool, do release techniques when you're not meditating at all. Or better yet, do release techniques when your environment sucks. The literal thing that's triggering you, you're not changing. Okay, stay there. I mean, keep doing those release techniques forever, okay? Next is nutrition. This is stuff like meal timing, vitamins and minerals. If you're eating primarily ingredients, you're probably getting all the vitamins and minerals you need. Okay, glycemic index, GMO versus organic, sugars, sodium, those sort of things. How much calories per meal, that stuff. That stuff does not matter near as much as hitting calories, protein, and ingredients. And then maybe, like I could put in there too, like a little middle ring, then protein, fats, carbs, depending on what you want, and then outside ring. So that is the things you need to care about in that order. When I'm talking to somebody or somebody in my program, I literally think of these things. I wrote this down so I can give myself maybe or a coach later that I hire some sort of methodology to look at and go, okay, this person needs help with mindset. Are they creating any space from their stimulus? When they get a craving for food, are they doing anything to stop the craving or to generate some space, to give themselves some thought, to be like, all right, I'm not running my body right now. My body's running me. How can I fix it? Right? Those sort of things. If you're not worried about working on that, we're not even going to think about taking some CBD. Makes no freaking sense. Band-Aid over the real problem, right? So hopefully this is helpful. If it is, please like, comment. That'd be great. Subscribe to the channel. That way I can serve you. And I'm making videos like this to give you actionable stuff that you can do to get results that you want. And I hope that I've done that. If I have, please comment below. It helps me help other people. I very much appreciate it. Otherwise, that's all I got for you. Have a great day. Kick butt, take some names. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.